Hey everybody, Four Tankers and Dog here. Welcome back to another episode of Old Men Playing World of Tanks. Today we're rolling out in the T69, the American Tier 8 medium tank. You know, it's always been a great tank because the heat ammo has fantastic penetration. The reload is every 2 seconds. Sure, the alpha is a little bit low at 240, but you can just double tap people so easily. The problem has always been the standard ammo was so bad in penetration, I think 175. So when that was finally buffed, I want to say sometime in the last few months, maybe longer than that, sometime in the last year, let's say, that it's actually quite good now. The standard ammo, let's go ahead and zoom in. Can we mouse over this? Are you going to let me? Is it going to let me in? Maybe I have to wait till the game starts. We're taking a turbo, optics, and V-stab. Essentially, the V-stab is important because autoloaders in general have really bad gun handling. The optics are great because this thing does have a relatively armored turret, so peeking up above this center ridge on Prokhorovka is really nice to be able to provide vision for your team. And the turbo, because I take a turbo on freaking everything. Can we actually mouse over it and get... yeah. So our penetration is 200 to 188, so definitely better than the old days of 175. I mean, it's not super awesome, but it's good enough for government work. And then let's see, heat is 280. Not bad for a tier 8. Not bad at all. So we're going to go ahead and pull on down here to what I would call the first finger. And so basically for Prokhorovka, right, you've got this main center ridge. You have 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3, well, 4 if you count the one line. And those ridges in between, right? And so it's really important. Prokhorovka is a vision map, yes, but it's absolutely also a positional map. I should let this roll because this battle is going to be somewhat boring. I'm going to stay here for most of the battle and just farm damage. Prokhorovka is so important, yes, from a vision standpoint, but also in many ways. It's good. Waiting for the turret to turn. 1, 2. There we go. 500 damage. We do get lit. We pop a third one, bounce it off his cupola, and go ahead and fall back down. There is no arty, so we don't have to do the arty dance really so much. But positionally, it's super important in Prokhorovka. My brother in the Progetto, right, he goes up to the zero line hill. He has some fire support in the Scorpion, the VZ, and the Sta 1. Hopefully the Sta 1 and the VZ actually advance up and join him before too long, and the Scorpion stays in reserve. They peek up on top, and they don't have to necessarily take the hill, but the most important thing in the zero line hill is deny the enemy team owning the hill. Somebody has to go there, and you need to light them. I'm looking here for a shot through the bushes in the KV-3. He does not peek up high enough. I definitely don't want to get lit because, so again, the angles here, right? So he's going to peek up on top of the hill and light the enemy team if they push and try to take the hill. Then my job, and also the VZ-44 next to me, is to shoot them up on top of the hill. Conversely, if the enemy team lights me, their team, which is going to be down here in the bushes here at H0, are supposed to shoot me in return. Also, here at the crossing, if we can peek up and light these guys for our guys in the hill to shoot, and not get shot by their guys in the hill, that's all advantage for us, right? So it's this total geometry game between the center rail crossing and the zero line hill. Lower front plate exposed, easy shot there, no problem. We got three more shells in our tube. They're going to be up there in the bushes like that Trump tank up there. We're going to go ahead and unload onto him. We probably don't get anything out of that. Their T71 Da goes ahead and does a YOLO run and crashes. Does he crash? No, Brother Thelonious kills him, actually. That's nice. Go ahead and put out their eyes. Putting out their eyes is very important in this battle. Notice where our setter is. Let's go ahead. Oh, we're reloading. Come on, come on, come on. Stay there, Karn AX. Stay there. A little bit longer. A little bit longer. 1, 2. Another 500 damage. Just racking it up. So our setter is there at E2 spotting, but I'll give you a hint about what's going on the western side of this battle, the 1-2 line. Our light tank, the setter, is actually going to get barely any spotting damage. All the spotting damage over there is coming from our E25. It's pretty amazing. He has a redonkulous battle. Anyway, we're getting reloaded here. Another great thing about the T69 is with a small clip of 4 shells, it reloads very, very quickly. So you can go ahead and throw off a double tap, maybe a second one, hit reload, and I believe like 30 seconds later, it's reloaded. It's done. You don't have to wait 35, 40 seconds. Just not a thing. Well, that was very lucky. This is not an accurate gun, so sniping in on that KV-3, I think it was kind of crazy. Nice, get the Karn AX dead. Are we lit? We're still not lit, right? It's amazing. We were getting all those shots and barely getting lit at all, and we are up to almost 2,000 damage. Could have had maybe a little more there if our friend in the VZ-44 didn't block us. Anyway, back over the other flank, we've got Beef Supreme, who's kind of peeking up and trying to shoot. There, Beef just killed off the Comet. That was awesome. We do have the Iron Arnie here, which is a tough customer. He's got a much more armored turret than that Karn AX. And there's still lots of guns up there. It looks like the Trump tank, as we like to call it, was peeking up there. Threw a couple of speculative shots. You miss, as they say, 100% of the shots you don't take. So I'm going ahead and spamming quite a few shots at the obvious bush pile up there on top of the hill. So the KV-3 has gone into the pocket, right? There's this bowl over here on the 2-3 line. It's kind of an interesting spot to go to, but he's a big armored heavy tank, and essentially, for anybody to go get him, they're going to expose themselves to the inevitable pile of guns down there at J2. So it's an interesting move, and we've got a gajillion tanks there on the 1 and 2 lines, and if they get lit by that KV-3, they will, of course, then receive fire from, again, all those enemy tanks on the 2 line. We are up by 1 gun barrel. We're up by almost 1,000 damage. I'm continuing to be very cautious here. I don't want to get lit and shot by all 3 of those tanks on the 0 line. Also, I was yakking too much. Oh, my God. So back a little while ago, the Allies pushed on the 0 line, and Brother Thelonious thought about advancing and flanking the enemy team on the 0 line, but he made the snap decision that our allies were not going to succeed. And sure enough, they got blown out by like the Leo that was at the South Rail crossing, etc. So he backed off, and it's very important he stays alive. He is the last tank on the eastern side of the map. Again, your number 1 job on that hill on the 0 line is to deny the enemy team control of it. That being said, we are totally expecting the enemy team to push on him any moment. I've got a full clip. The VZ-44 is staring at the hill. We're just waiting for it to happen. But as soon as they get lit, they're all backing off. They're being chicken, which is great. That's awesome. They have an overmatch. It's like 3 versus 1 over there. If they want to just camp there while our guys slowly whittle the enemy team down in the 1-2, that is fine. Go ahead and get a nice cross-court shot there on the Soma. Got 3 shells left. The Kari is peeking up. The Trump tank's peeking up. Is there a shot? Is there a shot? Is there a shot? Not quite. When do we reload? Well, that looked like we might have had his turret. We'll go ahead and throw a couple more shells for fun and reload. All right, the E-25 is starting to make some moves there on the 2 line. We're up 7-4. We've definitely whittled those guys down there over on the 1-2. In fact, the E-25 is going in full ham. Look at him go. That is crazy. So I'm finishing my reload, and I'm looking around. I'm like, what should I do to help? This Iron Arnie will obviously have cross shots on everybody over on the 1-2. He is a big problem. I decided to just go ahead, and it's time to YOLO. I've got full hit points. The guys in the hill are not likely to stop me. And the guys in the 1-2 line are all distracted, as is the Iron Arnie. He doesn't even notice me until almost I start firing. 2, 3, and 4. And we finish them off. We go ahead and now advance downhill towards the guys on the 1-2 line a little bit. We don't want them to shoot us easily. Although, again, they're probably well distracted. We'll go ahead and get our reload going. Now watch something that's going on here. I'm doing something really stupid right now. Again, I'm getting low a little bit. Now I'm advancing back up and swinging my turret back over, looking for shots on the enemy team. There's the lower 42. Now, one of the things I do when I have a multi-shot autoloader is the first shot I will kind of throw before fully aiming, and then have more accuracy with the second and third and fourth and whatever other shots I have. So oftentimes in a fast-firing autoloader, I just won't aim the first shot fully. But you'll also notice that I just reloaded a single shell magazine because I'm stupid. So I go ahead and I don't fully aim on the lower 40T, take a shot, kind of speculative, and now I'm reloading. Ah! That was horrible. That was such bad play. It didn't matter. It's 11-5. The game's over. I'm just, collecting damage at this point. But anyway, getting here to the South Rail Crossing with almost a full clip of heat. The enemy team is right here. I've got full hit points. The Trump tank appears to have disconnected or quit. We'll go ahead and dump the rest of our clip into the KV-3. Can we get him dead? Oh, not quite. Slight low roll on the KV-3, I believe. Is it 250 or 240? 240. Well, it was a high roll, but whatever. Anyway, we'll go ahead and peek up here and make sure we're getting lights, make sure we're getting perhaps some spotting damage. But Brother Thelonious is YOLOing in there. We're almost done reloading on the Kyrie here. We can go ahead and give him a tap on the shoulder here. He goes ahead and moves in behind the rock. And that's pretty much it. Brother Thelonious is going to play with his food here for a little while. I think I get one more maybe shot. We bounce one off him, and he bounces one off of us. But that allows Brother then to swing in behind him and go ahead and finish him off here momentarily. Come on, almost done. And there we go. Let's go to the post-game stats. 30 shots fired, 23 hits, 18 penetrations. We actually, all those speculative shots ended up not connecting with anything where our damage was 4,000, exactly what it showed in the game. So it goes. You never know when those shots will hit or not. Although, again, I totally screwed myself by really not keeping track of my reloads properly. The fact that I had 18 penetrations, honestly, again, with the standard ammo almost entirely, was fantastic. It was only that last clip, I believe. It was the last clip, essentially, going into the KV-3 that was heat. So, it basically just camped on that middle line, worked the angles with both Beef and Brother, and racked up the damage. We did bounce 500 damage as well. That was also the Kari there at the end, and we also had some assisted damage. So, all good. Made 50,000 silver profit. So, nice battle. Over here on the team score, the E25 was tops in XP. Look at 1,700 XP. Oh my lord, he had 5,000 assisted damage. In comparison, as I mentioned, our actual light tank really didn't do that much. Where is he? Why am I... is that him? Yes, there we go. The setter. He had like under 1,000 assisted damage. I don't know what he was doing, but he was doing it kind of wrong. If you look by damage here, I had top damage here with 4,000. Beef came in next with almost 4,000, and then the E25 as well. Fantastic game. On the enemy team, let's see here. By damage, they're E25, actually. He was farming there on the 1-2 line. Also, the Trump tank was on top of the hill. And the M47, the Iron Arnie, racked up 2,000 damage there from the center region. So... they definitely knocked in a good amount of damage, but I think we won that trade pretty handily. The Lorraine 40T only had 1,200 damage. Wow, 15 shots fired, 7 hits, 4 penetrations. The lower 40T, it's a fantastic vehicle. So is the Leo, I gotta say. And their light, man, they had... It's funny, their Leo actually spotted for 1,500 almost. Their ISU, their team was just kind of sad, honestly. I don't know, looking at it at this point, it kind of feels like we kind of pulled the wings off the fly slowly, but it was kind of nip and tuck there for a little while. That was good enough for a first class with also a high caliber. We got 6 shots into that Karn for 1,400 damage. 4 shots into the Iron Arnie there for 779. 4 shots into the KV-3, and again the Kari. We got 1 that ass shot heat round, only 209. That was a low roll, but we also bounced a shot from him in return. Fantastic battle there on Prokhorovka. Well, if you appreciate this content in this video series, please like, please subscribe, please share it with all your platoon mates and your clan mates and wherever you hang out. Thank you for watching. Good hunting and carry hard.